everybody, Cinema Sickness here with your daily sickness video, and happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. Got a weird pickup video for you guys today, because it's a little bit of a, it's happy and also kind of a bummer pickup video at the same time, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 things here to show you. A bunch of these being very cool, things I don't come across very often, but kind of a bummer because, for starters, I paid a little bit more than I want to for these because they were $3 a piece as opposed to $2 a piece, which is what I normally pay for stuff that I pick up at Goodwill, which is where I grab all this stuff. So I already paid a little bit more. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, when I checked out, I did not show them my, I have like a Goodwill, a membership card, whatever you want to call it. And sometimes I get discounts. Now, were these on sale? Maybe not. Some of these movies are on sale, some of they are not. And I forgot to show it to him, so possibly if these were on sale, I could have got them a little cheaper. So that kind of bummed me out. But the worst part is I showed up 15 minutes before they closed, which meant I really didn't have time to film. I was going to film a mini media hunting video. I didn't have time. They were closing. I had to go in and get out. They were like turning lights off as I was in there. So, I wasn't able to film, and I kind of wish I would have, because I did come across some pretty cool stuff here, which would have been neat. But also the fact that I came across something really, really cool in the electronics section as I was leaving that I did not pick up, and I'll explain to you guys why at the end. So let's take a look at everything I got. Like I said, bittersweet kind of video. I got a lot of cool stuff, but just kind of the trip didn't really go the way I had planned. It was kind of one of those blocks sort of trips, but I did get some cool stuff. So, all right. So first thing I grabbed for $1.97, which is a normal rate, is MXPX, slowly going the way of the Buffalo. Very cool. I do enjoy MXPX. Good punk band, so definitely had to pick that up on CD. Very, very awesome. MXPX. Cool. All right. Should I show you? I guess we'll go, whatever. We'll just go in the order I have them on here. This is cool. This was a really good price. $4 for this. I was definitely happy about that. This is probably the coolest thing I picked up as far as title and price are concerned. And that is Season 1 of Miami Vice. Yes, $3.97 for this. That is awesome. Very cool pickup. I don't have any seasons of Miami Vice in my collection, so very, very cool to get Season 1. All the discs in pristine, perfect condition. Looked like it had never been touched. So very cool. $4. That was a steal. I was kind of blown away by that because this Goodwill I went to was the Goodwill in Exton, Pennsylvania. They overcharge a bit for their movies sometimes. They're not always the best priced there as opposed to other Goodwills I go to. But this was surprisingly very well priced, so very cool. Then I paid $3 for a double feature here of two, looks to be Westerns. We have The Deadly Trackers and Man in the Wilderness. Two movies I've never seen. So awesome. I will definitely pay $3 for that, $1.50 a piece. Sounds good to me. Unfortunately, it comes on a flipper disc. I prefer when they come on their own individual discs, but it is what it is. For $3, definitely had to grab that. Cool find. All right, now this is the stuff I was most excited about. Again, they were all $3 a piece, which, again, not a bad deal, but I wish it would have been $2 a piece, and sometimes this Goodwill actually sells all their media for $1 a piece, all their single disc media for $1 a piece, and I wish that sale was going on. That sale is going on every now and then. That's like the one really good thing about this Goodwill, is that they price all their stuff a little bit higher than other Goodwills in my area, but then every now and then they do this like $1 deal, and it's awesome. I never know they're doing it. It's just kind of like every now and then I show up and go, everything's $1, cool, and sometimes it's not. But we have a boatload of History Channel releases. And you guys know how awesome that is. I love my History Channel, Discovery Channel, Learning Channel, all that stuff. At least back when they used to actually show great documentaries. And that's what we have here. So again, $3 a piece. Pretty good deal for these, but could have been better. So brand new factory sealed, we have Space, the Space Shuttle. Pretty cool. So I guess from a series called Space, I've never seen it. So two episodes. We have the Space Shuttle and a bonus episode, Space Shuttle Columbia. So that is awesome. Very, very cool. And factory sealed. Double bonus there. Then we have World War II, Enola Gay, Reign of Ruin. Awesome. I love these World War II documentaries. I got a bunch of these. Very cool. And also comes with a bonus episode of Unsung Heroes of the B-29s. Sweet. Then we have these two Foot Soldier releases here. We have the Yankees and the Rebels. Perfect. Look at the Rebels. It's really, really dusty. It's like that dust that's kind of just caked on. Like I got to scrub that off. Well, Yeah. Ugh. Anyway, so the Yankees and the Rebels, awesome. So very cool to. Although, oh, I see. At first, I saw like the U.S. and then I was like, wait, it also says U.S. on there, not was it like CS? But yeah. But then I realized that it's all different like eras of war, not just the Civil War. But anyway, very cool. And the Yanks is still sealed, so very very cool. And these also have bonus episodes as well. On the Rebels we have Raise the Hunley, and on the Yanks we have Civil War Antietam. So very very cool. That is awesome. I just love me some war documentaries, especially Civil War. I grew up like knowing a lot about the Civil War due to not living too far away from Gettysburg, and of course the Revolutionary War. I mean, I live pretty close to Valley Forge, so definitely grew up with that. So I grew up learning about all kinds of war. All right, then we have Dangerous Missions. We have Combat Medics, which also comes with snipers. Very cool. And Vietnam's Secret Warriors, which also comes with camera. Yeah. Is that Martyrs? Martyrs. Is that Martyrs of Vietnam? Yeah, sure. Anyway, awesome. Awesome. Also awesome. Ah, boy. And then we have Pearl Harbor, Admiral Chester Nimitz, Thunder of the Pacific Part 3. Interesting. And also Yamamoto versus Nimitz. I think I'm saying that correctly. And this is pretty awesome. This is Pearl Harbor, Tora. And by the way, I don't have parts like 1, 2, or 3 of this, or 1 or 2 of this. I can't even talk today. We have Pearl Harbor, Tora, the real story of Pearl Harbor, Part 1, which is cool because I do own Part 2. So I already have Part 2. I did not have Part 1 yet. This was definitely a no-brainer. I had to grab this. And it also comes with Unsung Heroes of Pearl Harbor. So, very awesome. So, a lot of cool stuff. Like I said, a little bit of a bittersweet pickup because I got some pretty cool stuff, but paid a little bit more than I wanted to. And I couldn't film. And something I'm about to tell you guys. So, on the way out, I, of course, have to check the electronics section. And I go over and I see what I think is something I see a lot, which is like a 5-disc, CD changer, or even a 5-disc like DVD changer. I see them a lot. On closer inspection, Laserdisc player. And I was like, I just don't come across them too often. Now, did I need a Laserdisc player? No. I've got like 10 Laserdisc players. If not, I can't remember if I have 10 total or 10 upstairs and 1 down here. So I might have 11. I have a lot of Laserdisc players. When I come across them for cheap, I buy them. They're getting harder and harder to find. I always pick them up. And it just so happens like all the ones I have upstairs, with the exception of like 2, are like really like interesting like models. So I'm always looking for different models and just cheap Laserdisc players in general. Like, come across them for cheap, I'm probably gonna pick it up as long as I can test it out and make sure it works. So unfortunately, it was listed at $45, which at that point, not happening. I'm not paying $45 for a Laserdisc player. Not at this point. I don't need another Laserdisc player, and I'm especially not paying $45 for it. But it did have a sticker on that said 3 of 3. I was like, what does that mean? It was sitting by itself. It wasn't with anything else. I'm like, what does 3 of 3 mean? I'm like, is there supposed to be 2 other things? I'm assuming 3 of 3 means this is the third thing of a set of 3. What could the other 2 things be? So on checkout, I went up to the cash register and I said, there's a Laserdisc player back there with a sticker on it that says 3 of 3. What does that mean? And they said, well, it means there's, as I said, there's 2 other things that come with it. I'm like, well, it was just sitting by itself. There's nothing else. And they're like, oh, well, sometimes stuff gets like, sometimes people take stuff apart and stuff gets mixed up. And I was like, well, I'm interested in it, but not for the price of 3 things. I'm like, I would do, a cheaper price. Can you offer me something else on it? And unfortunately, I'm saying this as literally the store is closing. I think the store closed at like 6 o'clock. I was like, it was 5:59 at this point. So the lady behind the counter, because I was talking to a lady behind the counter / like some kid checking me out. I think the lady was like a manager, somebody higher up. I'm talking to her, and she kind of just completely blew me off. She was ready to get out of there, wanted nothing to do with me and the other people in line. She was just like, just go away. So she wasn't going to look at it. She wasn't going to help me out. She wasn't going to try to get me a better price. She just wanted me to leave the damn store. And I understand she wanted to get home. Probably not too happy that me and a bunch of other people were still in line at that point right when they were closing. I get it, but she could have possibly made a sale, and I totally would have bought it had they gone like, I probably would have paid like, if I could have tested it. Granted, I wouldn't have been able to test it with a Laserdisc, although that's something else. I wasn't able to go over to the records and look for Laserdiscs because who knows, where there's a Laserdisc player, sometimes there's Laserdiscs and vice versa. But I didn't have time. I couldn't check it out, so I didn't get to check that out. And I would have tested the Laserdisc player out by putting like just a CD in, just to see if it read the CD at least. If it started up, read the CD, I would have been like, all right, that's a good enough indication that maybe it's working. Maybe it'll read my Laserdisc. So I probably would have bought it had it worked if it was like $25. It was already listed at $45. That was part of a deal. There was 2 other things with it. I'm thinking they probably would have given it to me for like $20-25. I would have think, but again, they tried to just kick me out. They didn't want me to even. They didn't want to even bother with me. So it sucks. I came across the Laserdisc player, which would have been really cool to have filmed for you guys. Of course, the one time I come across something like amazing, I don't capture it on film because I was in a rush. So that sucked. But it also sucked that I didn't get it because just the price. And I was gonna run out the next day. And look, I picked all this stuff up on Saturday, and I was going to run back out on Sunday and look, and the wife's like, you're going to run like a half hour back out to that Goodwill for a Laserdisc player that you don't even know if they're going to give you for a better deal. I'm like, well, they might have Laserdiscs too. And she's like, do you know if they have Laserdiscs? I'm like, well, no. So I just went, forget it. I didn't go back out. I don't need another Laserdisc player. I don't. I have so many as it is. I pick them up as backups in case one breaks down. But at this point, I probably have enough to last me the rest of my life. I don't think they're ever going to break down that quickly that I'm going to be out of them. It's not going to happen. I'm good to go for the rest of my life. But I just have a hard time not buying something that's getting that rare when I come across it. So it was eating away at me the whole time. I'm like, I want like that whole like night. I was like, I wish I would have gotten that. I know there's a Laserdisc player just sitting there in that store right now, just sitting there waiting for me to buy it, but I couldn't. And like I said, the next day, the wife kind of talked me out of driving all the way back out there. She's right. She's absolutely right. I don't need another one. It would have been ridiculous for me to drive back out there. I mean, if they had it for like $5, I probably would have gone back out, but for something that I didn't even know if I was going to get for a better price, it wasn't worth the drive back out there. So I passed on it. Kind of sad. Like I said, bit of a bittersweet trip out there. I got some really cool stuff. I'm very excited about these History Channel documentaries. Some cool war movie, Western movies. Miami Vice Season 1, that's awesome, and a cool CD. So I got some really cool stuff, and the prices weren't that bad. I mean, yes, they were a little bit more than I normally would pay, but normally at a Goodwill, but they, still, they were like $1 a piece more probably. They were still really well priced, and I did get some good deals. So bittersweet trip, but in the end, I got some cool stuff. So what are you gonna do? It is what it is. And hey, if I'm out there next time and they still have a Laserdisc player, maybe I'll try to talk them down. Well, I should say maybe. If it's still out there, I'm gonna definitely try to talk the price down, see if I can get it for a better price. But anyway, we'll see. So all right, guys, that is it. So like I always say, thank you guys so much for checking this video out. If you want to see, so be sure to hit that. It's been a long day, and we're only just starting the day. I still have so much more of the day to go. It's already been long. I'm losing it, and I'm trying to talk to you guys, and I'm still thinking about that Laserdisc player. So, all right. So that's it, guys. So thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Also, if you want to see a new video from me every single day, be sure to subscribe. And also, head over to cinemasickness.spreadshirt.com if you want to buy yourself a Cinema Sickness t-shirt or some Cinema Sickness gear. I would really appreciate it as well. A lot of you guys have been asking about that, and I don't really talk about it anymore. So head over to cinemasickness.spreadshirt.com to pick up a Cinema Sickness t-shirt or some Cinema Sickness gear. I'd appreciate it. All right, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go cry over that Laserdisc player some more, but I'm also going to go catalog some awesome movies I picked up. So, all right, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye.